Just out of curiosity, how many of you have been on a short-term mission trip? Just raise your hand, okay? That's awesome, okay? One of the things that I encourage everyone at one time in your life, if you are able, please participate in a short-term mission trip. We are beginning to unpause some of the trips that we had to pause because of COVID and bring them back. In part, not because of what we can do when we go there, but because of what God does in us as we go. There was a number of years ago, I had a chance to go to Papua New Guinea, which is a small nation that is just north of Australia. And it's a long trip in the middle of a place that it is an overstatement to say that this was, or an understatement to say it was really remote. And these people, by earthly standards, really had nothing. Even the clothes that they were wearing were mostly clothes that were donated by other churches. But when we showed up in this boat that we had to take up this river for a couple hours, these people greeted us like we were royalty. And they welcomed us by giving us the best of their food. And their primary staple was the pulp of the sago palm tree, which they made bread out of. And they would put some shrimp in it sometimes if it were special. They poured out themselves for us in ways that were so generous that it was almost embarrassing as to how those of us who have sometimes resist giving. That's what Paul is saying in this letter. He's telling the Corinthians, who are a much more well-off church, that he just went on a mission trip to the Macedonian churches. And he said these people who are going through trial and are impoverished really were generous because they felt the grace of God compelled them to give. And as we talk about what it means for us to be people of generosity, it is not something that we say, hey, we're looking to make a church budget. That's important. But far more important is it's an act of spiritual discipline for us to be generous people who respond even as God is generous.